Hi everyone, thank you for tuning in. My name's Marion. Welcome. Today I'm going to do a short talk on leadership coaching and one aspect of it, which is wise action, which I often talk about, and I thought maybe it's time to tell you a little bit more about it. So, wise action, what does it look like to you? And you might like to take a moment to contemplate that or write it down in your journal and reflect on it a little bit. But when I'm talking about wise action, there's three main threads that I like to bring in and weave into wise action and the wise action framework. So the first one is being really intentional. So being clear on your intention for your action. I liken this to, I guess, a sense of, when you're sailing and you set out on a voyage, you've got to have a look on your map. And I remember when I was in the Whitsundays, we used to get the map out and we'd do our coordinates to understand where we were heading that day. And there were so many different elements we had to take into consideration to be able to actually reach our destination. So having that first intention of where we want to go and being really clear on that can help you start moving in the right direction. So some of the ways that you can do this, because I know some people aren't really clear on where they want to go, but things like journaling, meditation, spending time in nature and contemplating can really help you get clear on your intention, rather than sort of drifting through life and or reacting to everything that's coming at you in your environment. When you can sort of step back a little bit and get really clear on where you want to go, this is an opportunity for self-actualization. So really important to understand that, get clear on your intention, and then being clear on your intention is a kind of a way to practice that in everyday life. So the second pillar I want to talk to you about today is connecting with others. Connection is so important, absolutely crucial to be connected to a community, to a tribe, to an organization of people that are all working together towards that endeavor, whether it's a social or environmental project, whether it's a creative project, whatever it is. If you're connecting with others and working together in collaboration, is so much easier. Getting anything done, taking wise action is rarely about a solitary kind of endeavor. It always does. Anything that's ever been achieved that's great in the world has happened because people have worked together. We are social creatures, and I like to tell my clients we didn't survive by fighting each other and through fear. We survived from love and connection, and when we worked together and we cared for one another and cared for the common good of all of us. So this is really important. It's really it can be really enhanced connection from mindful listening, speaking really clearly, listening to others, seeking advice, and really concerning yourself with the needs of others as well, is a great way to make connection. And obviously, having referrals, people that can refer to you as well as you to them. So building those mutually beneficial relationships can make a big difference. And as they say in the nature connection circles, reciprocity, always thinking about reciprocity and keeping that flow between the different relationships that you're building in your life. And the last but not least pillar that I would like to discuss today is the feedback loop. So this is really integrating reflection and learning. So when you get that feedback from people, it's important to understand and to learn from those things. It's not a solo thing when you're taking wise action. You are connecting to other people, so you do need to integrate that learning and understand feedback and be open to adapting and changing and just allowing those small different ways of collecting data and information about the process that can really inform how it develops. And this is where obviously the process rather than the destination is important. The process is the doing part. So taking wise action, it's like being able to be open to that feedback loop and allowing it to evolve naturally. A growth mindset is a great way to keep open through the feedback loop and through the learning process. So basically those three threads are the weave of wise action, and I encourage all leaders and even emerging leaders, people who are wanting to be more intentional, to really have a goal of being conscious of these things in their daily lives. These are not sort of one thing to do one day and put it aside and forget it. It's like a manifesting of it in your daily life, bringing it into consciousness, bringing it forward. And it's not an easy thing in a world where there is constant distractions, and it's very hard to keep your mind in a place where it can be attentive to what really matters. But this is a process and a framework to certainly help you. So getting back to the three threads, they are intention, connecting with others, and integrating your reflections and learnings. And I really encourage you to put it into practice this week and give it a go and see how you go. And I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in working with me, reach out on my website and book yourself in a free introductory call, and we can have a chat. Thank you, and bye for now.